G'day race fans, it's Saturday morning and your main driver is out. You've got 1 hour before FP3, you just need a backup plan and you need the car back in one piece. So which reserve driver are you trusting with your weekend and which one are you absolutely not? Mick, reserve drivers, most are confirmed bar Audi. What's your take?
It's a pretty decent list. I think there's a couple of teams there that probably have an edge over a few of the other teams. There's a couple of young guns there. A couple of old heads as well. That's a tricky question.
Before we go any further, let's ground this in reality because this does happen. If you look at more recent history, Ollie Behrman at Ferrari stepping in for Carlos, Saudi Arabia 2024. Liam Lawson, who could forget, 2023, Zandvoort replacing the injured Daniel Ricciardo. Jack Aitken, there's a name that some of you may have forgotten, Williams. And that was when George Russell stepped up for Mercedes. Bahrain Grand Prix, Hamilton was out with COVID. Nick de Vries, that was an Italian Grand Prix in 2023. Just highlights, if you get these opportunities, you need to nail them. All right, back to the original question. You are the team principal, Mick. You need a replacement. And looking at all those drivers on the grid, who would you trust to come in last minute and execute the game plan?
For me, it's easy. Yuki Tsunoda. He's had the biggest hand in developing these 2026 cars, the one with the most racing experience of late. He knows every circuit, and the role he's going to play off track is a no-brainer. If I was going to pick anyone to jump in the car straight away, it'd have to be Yuki.
Yeah, mate, it's a good pick, going with that recent experience. Do you think it's a massive advantage over, say, there's two other guys on the grid that have F1 experience? That is Ferrari's Antonio Giovinazzi. Did I say it right? Did I give it the good Italian twang? And of course, Zhao. He is moving from Ferrari to Cadillac, just recently announced. He's been out of the game for only 1 year. Giovinazzi, I think his last season was 2021.
Experience, first and foremost, is probably the biggest factor. But then you've got the technical experience. Yes, Giovinazzi's been in and around the Ferrari fold for a few years, I think. With Zhao, has probably been closer to that team in terms of like development for 2026. Everything right now circles around the development race that we're going to see in 26 and 27. For me, Tsunoda and Zhao are your two hottest reserve drivers.
And of course, Zhao made a lot of sense with Loudon as a team principal with his, well, I think it's something to do with his management company that has been managing Zhao as well.
Yeah.
Okay, looking at that grid though of reserve drivers, who would you be most stressed out if you are a team principal? And let's just hypothetically say you're a team, it's nearer to the end of the season, you're battling in, relatively high in the Constructors' Championship. So points are a premium here. There's much more pressure. Do you look at anyone there and go, I'm not so sure about it?
Look, you would imagine these guys would not be signed if they did not think that they could jump in the car at a moment's notice and, one, keep the car clean, and two, do a job. If I was going to pick anyone, man, for me it's either Hirakawa or Iwasa. Look, even maybe Pato Award, just because it's a completely different beast, IndyCar and Formula One. But I think his racing experience in IndyCar probably holds him in better stead maybe than someone like Iwasa. Is it Iwasa that's had the endurance background?
No, Hirakawa's got the endurance background.
Okay, yeah.
Iwasa's just come off fresh from the Super Formula Championship in Japan.
Well then for me it's Hirakawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, has to be. I mean, you imagine a lot of these young guys, I mean, they're all going to get FP1 experience at some point. But for me, I just think these young guys who are just able to jump in and do a good job, I think Hirakawa, he would probably be my long shot.
Yeah, Hirakawa has had a few appearances recently with the FP1s. It feels with Hirakawa, and this is no shade on him, he's a great driver, like we've seen it with the endurance racing. He seems like the driver that's a bit more out of place. He's coming in with the Toyota backing into, obviously, Haas, Toyota, Gazoo. Most of those drivers, I would, definitely agree. I think Hirakawa is the one that's, look, he's capable, but I don't think you're going to get that on performance at short notice. If there was a full-time seat that opened up, who would you take? Like, who's a guy that we take? But if I spun it in a way more along the lines of not like the safe option, but the option where you see a guy there that has the most amount of potential.
Yep.
So it's not about instant results. It's not about the safe option. It's purely this guy has a lot of talent. He deserves a spot.
Yep.
We've got to get him in.
All right, so we're taking Yuki Tsunoda out of the fold. For me, you'd have to either be Vesti, Browning, Crawford, possibly Aaron. For me, they're going to probably have the highest ceiling. I believe if Colapinto has a bad year, someone like Frederick Vesti is going to get put in that seat purely because of the Mercedes engine in the back. That's a tough one, man, because these young guys, they're all good, all of them. And you would imagine it's going to be one of these young dudes that are going to get the call up for a full-time seat over someone like Giovinazzi. Unfortunately, I think he's too old. He's had Formula One experience, right? So I think his last was
2021 with Alpha, wasn't it?
Yeah, Alfa Romeo. So it's not to say he's not good enough, but I think his time might have passed. And I think the way that teams now are just looking for the next young driver, I think that kind of rules him out. Pato Award, I don't really understand the situation there with Pato Award. Do they really see him as the next Formula One driver, let's say? Why have you got Pato Award there?
Well, McLaren's got the IndyCar team. It's probably more tied up with both teams.
So it's kind of like you're going to take an IndyCar driver.
Yeah.
You can't take, who's the guy they got caught with? Oh, what's his name? It's on the end of yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
What's his name, man? Oh, I can't remember.
I always get Pato Ward, Colton Herta, and the guy you're talking about.
The other guy. So they're not going to pick him. Anyway.
I need to find this guy. The name has to come to me. It'll come to me soon. We've got to find this out.
Meanwhile, while you do that, I'll probably go someone like Jack Crawford or Frederick Vesti to step up and take the next full-time gig. Unfortunately for Vesti, if he's going to get into Formula One, I don't think it's going to be with Mercedes. That second seat's locked up with Kimi, and it's either going to be George, Max, or another high-profile driver in that second seat. He would go somewhere like Alpine, but then you've got Paul Aron.
Alex Palau.
There it is, Alex Palau.
Yeah, I agree with you with Frederick Vesti. He's 24 years of age now. He was in Formula 2, 2022 runner-up in 2023. Time is running out, and like you said, realistically, it's a massive roadblock there. Yeah. So unless Mercedes can go down that route like you suggested with Alpine, maybe it is an option. All right, a few quick-fire questions. I'm going to just throw them at you. Just give us your best shot. Looking at that list of drivers, who is the most underrated guy? Who is nobody talking about that you think has great talent?
I think Vesti, man. I think he's slightly underrated, and I think he's been around that Mercedes fold for a while now, and it's just unfortunate that there's two seats locked up, and he's probably not going to get a shot in a Mercedes, but I think he is a future talent for sure.
Roadblocked. Yeah, I agree with you. What about the guy that is never going to get a full-time seat? There's absolutely no chance in your eyes.
I'm going to go Giovinazzi. Unfortunately, because you've got Behrman waiting to get into that red car, that's another roadblock. Plus, I think he might be just a little bit too old now, given that teams are looking at the next young driver to come through.
Yeah. What about Hirakawa? No chance.
Yeah, no chance.
Someone's got to replace Behrman. I don't think it'll be Hirakawa.
Yeah, no, I don't either. And again, what about Iwasa? Like, when you think about it, you've got Racing Bulls and Red Bull. If any one of those three drivers in those two teams, because we're leaving Max out.
Hey, Max might get appendicitis. I get sick.
But you would imagine Yuki could fit in either team.
Yeah.
If need be. So
good slot in, yep.
Yep.
Definitely first off the rank. Is there anyone on that list you'd be the most interested to see? Like just one race weekend where you'd just love to see one of those guys get a crack?
Yeah, Pato Award, man. I want to see how the IndyCar driver stacks up against the world of Formula One.
Yeah, I agree. I think Pato Ward would be an interesting one. And, obviously he'd be going up against a top-tier driver in what we assume is going to be a top team this year. That would be pretty cool to see. All right, as we always do, generally leave you with the last word, but I'm going to give you one more question. Prediction.
Okay.
We've seen a lot of these reserve drivers make the one-off appearance over the years. Make a prediction who's going to feature for a race weekend.
Oh, I'm just going to go off history. There could be drama within the Red Bulls teams, let's say. And I'm going to say Yuki Tsunoda could find himself in a seat. He could probably quite easily fill in for Liam, Lindblad or Hadjar if they have a shocker. And, you know, Red Bull are known for their drama and not afraid to chuck someone in mid-weekend or mid-season. So I would go Yuki Tsunoda. But, man, honestly, I think these guys are so important this year, more than they have been in the past. They're definitely going to earn their paycheck. Crucial to the development race that we are going to see in 2026. So until then, we will catch you in the next one. Catches.
Catch up.